a subject of little or nothing, if nothing is at all possible, it exists anywhere. The set starting from the 1-1 pieces, which of course raises the question of one as well as in, of course, it's very complicated to get to a level where you no longer can be divisible. Do they get ones which aren't no longer divisible? A Higgs particle situation is not really what you get here at all. Then the first thing I think is in, it's okay. Huh?
Because you color the floor blonde.
Yeah. No, it's not blonde. That would be a corruption of the piece. The drawings and the color, same color, the smooth surface are a step closer to nothing from one, which is, but they're still based not on doing nothing, not in making nothing, but in aiming towards the smallest and most minimal or closest, almost nothing difference possible, not by humanity, but it is in this little situation, such as coloring my hair blonde, shaving his bald head, and the drawing. Then the piece of nothing, which was its duration was adapted to how much long. I mean, to have this stuff in my hair for 20 minutes, as the piece of nothing is simply the remaining time that we had until it was time to rinse off the hair. Originally I thought of it as 5 to 15 seconds rather than this 5-minute episode, which obviously becomes extremely much more complex. So kind of aiming it on almost piece of nothing, which is still something, of course, because it's still a piece. It's not doing anything. It's still kind of presenting something. It still has a duration, though it doesn't like performers and so on. Trying to neutralize everything as much as possible by just using the same lighting for when there's a piece, for when there's not a piece, when there's a piece, to make it as much of a piece of an empty piece. And when this gets longer, it gets more complex. And then titled Nothing, which is a piece which, as the title says, it's titled Nothing. It was never performed. Isn't performed. It's only in the program notes. As a kind of intent of getting closer to nothing. If that at all is what nothing gets close to. And I also thought of nothing, which I haven't really performed in this case. I don't think this is better than a truly atheist approach to nothing. An atheist in the sense of atelos, or purposelessness. Telos being purposeless, theology, study of God, study of ultimate purpose, and of approaching nothing as in a truly atheistic intent to some kind of ultimate purposelessness, which I somehow think I kind of failed in this case. I'm not sure how purposeless.
I think the piece of nothing was a lot.
Well, it was a lot.
Yeah, I think it was a lot. Because you get meaning.
Yeah, it was a lot. You get me. Yes, and there's a bunch of references that emerge also. Okay, the silence pieces is a distant of. And the 5 minutes is way too long. Keep it to 5 seconds. It's maybe ephemeral enough that you will not remember it happened, which will be good. Now I'm not quite sure why I'm interested in this. Nothing, a little. That's why this is happening here.
But the point is that you zoom in, like shade bold has bold. Then you zoom in, and you look. Did something change, or your hair did something change? So in the end, maybe it doesn't matter if it was a lot or not. It's a
question of amplification.
Well, that's what Reeve, the Dutch writer, calls the. I don't even know how he calls it. He says if you zoom, if you want to express something big, you zoom into something small, and then it becomes very big. Where when you take something big, it's too big anyway. He talks about the painting, like you have these paintings of war, where you see this huge number of people and everybody is fighting, etc. Or, that's the other painting, there are two people on the beach and maybe they're in love or whatever. And because of the smallness of just being two persons, it becomes very big. So it's a means to express yourself as an artist. You zoom into something small and then it becomes very big.
Yeah,
and the more you zoom in, the bigger it becomes.
That's where the reduction, the aspect of minimalizing in my music has started off, but in the sense of nothing, that's not where it wants to end, I would say. And I mean, I would say the titled nothing is not necessarily such a zoom in that magnifies the complexities in the small. Rather, on the other hand,
because the lights didn't go on, right?
They're not supposed. No, but it wasn't performed.
But like in a piece of nothing, the lights go on.
Yeah,
so
because
suddenly it becomes big, just because of the lights.
That would be my question also, is the degree to which you thought about framing.
Yeah, no,
and
but
so you think of the whole thing as one piece, is that right? The whole process from.
no, necessarily. They're different pieces.
And
they just organized it.
Is your announcing and talking about what's going to happen, is that part of the piece also?
No, it's part of the presentation.
Why make a
Okay,
distinction?
No, but because the question is asked. These pieces came to mind as different pieces, research concerts, but still surrounding a similar topic, kind of born out of each other as
the whole
ideas.
thing is that as soon as you walk on stage, you walk off stage, people come on stage, all of this becomes part of the piece.
No, this definitely becomes a part. No, and it was intended. It was composed.
So what is the least nothing is when you announce, someone comes on, and you leave. Then all your focus is on that one thing. And what is the most nothing, or the most something at the moment, is you sitting there at the end getting your hair rinsed.
That's huge. Yes. No,
So
but
it's kind of weird, but in that way it goes in the opposite way.
Yes. I mean the thing of the hair rinsing, which is what starts and ends, which is not part of the kind of like say the schematic organization from one to little to nothing. It starts with this little, ends with this little, a little, which is due to this difference, not to the little of performance, but the little of difference between before and after the material which is performed on. But that's taking advantage of the logistics.
Yeah, but it becomes a suite. It becomes a suite, right? It becomes.
Yeah.
That's what you mean, huh?
Yeah, it becomes an overall arch that kind of covers the whole thing.
You are conscious of what it is by your framing.
Yeah.
So at the moment that you stop framing it, and you present it in a way as if you just I don't know, but you're not like the beginning is framed very well. The second half is framed much less. So feeling this nothingness is a different thing. You know, so it can also be how you do the lighting, for example, can be a way of framing nothing.
Yeah, the intention with the lighting was to have two lightnings, one that connotates that there's a piece going on, another one there is no piece going on.
Right.
On, off, on, off. I mean, there were some mistakes. That was the fundamental idea, and basically in a way to be able to do the piece of nothing, or simply by having lights on, kind of have it. So yeah, simple repetition to establish.
Can you imagine a
pattern.
situation in which really nothing would happen? Maybe you would need more performers, for example. They would all be stationary in one spot. So none of the activity in between would happen. And then you would really perceive that one action as one action.
Yeah.
But now we perceive all the rest also as a part.
Yeah, yeah.
And you
No.
would always have that problem because there's such thing as one action. I mean, I can't just do
Sure,
one
but you
movement.
can
You
aim
can
it.
reduce it, you can aim
You
to
can
it.
aim it, yeah. You
How
can
does that
reduce the
work?
focus to
You
it.
can.
so
I
it's
think you can do illusionistic tricks to really get it there.
But it's still going to be
But-
something. I mean,
No, but because now you're talking about the one or the nothing.
I'm talking about the whole thing together.
The whole thing.
Yeah, the whole thing. The planning of the whole thing.
The one, the nothing, and the whole thing.
And how you're presenting it and how it's being...
Yeah, yeah. No, I mean, these are series of pieces that have been stirring in me, per se, and to take the research classification is to present all of them rather than kind of one now, one next month. That would be a way too slow process of work. So therefore not complete, as I did think at first like this, the one, have those 3 seconds piece, finished, over. The problematic with this is that I also wanted to be able to, since these ideas have come kind of after each other, to do all of them so I can get rid of it and go on.
But they
Sort of
form a
say,
gestalt. They form a gestalt.
they form a gestalt, and they are in a form, and they're in a catalog. They're all within the same 20 minutes. There's an immediate correlation between them, so on and so forth. So this high level of concentration, I agree, is not there. But it's still.
On the other hand, number 11 worked because of the investment.
Because of?
Because of all the other things.
Yes.
Number 11 was like a black hole.
Yeah.
So it profited from it.
Yeah.
And otherwise it wouldn't have worked. It works now because of all the other things that are full of meaning. And then suddenly, next bit.
Yeah.
It's a question.
Regarding the almost Latin pieces, my question is, do you think, what's the main difference you think between performing this piece or talking about them? And for example, let's say, because I think in this almost none piece, the idea is so embedded in the piece that it might be enough to have the same effect on an audience. So, for example, if tomorrow you meet someone else who's not here today, and you tell them, oh, you know that yesterday I shaved a bald person. Do you think that would have the same effect of being here and seeing it or not? And if it does not have the same effect, what do you think it would be the main difference?
I mean, the same difference as it is to read music is to listen to it.
She's asking whether realization is important for the piece or just the conceptual piece.
What if the effect he has on the audience? So would it walk in here and say, you know, yesterday I shaved a bald person, maybe would that trigger the same reflection, or maybe not, or what do you think makes the difference again? Is it just for the sake of doing it, or to give more time to the audience to actually force the audience to think about it because they have to look at it and not just think about it?
Yes, somehow I'm really skeptical about human imagination in that sense, and I don't fully trust it, and it's very reliant on.
I think the performance might make it.
Yeah, I mean at the same time these things are very simple to grasp conceptually. So it's not really it's not complex. Really.
That's different than experience.
That's different than experiencing it. Yes.
Do you think just watching it, it's more of an experience than?
And also as in like, okay, this between the before and after though, the concentration on what it looked like before and what it looked like after is actually minimal. Like I actually didn't give any attention to the core issue of where the little exists, and gave all the space to the complexity of performance, and very little attention to the to where the littleness is, which is the material result of what's going to fall down. As in the bald head, how much balder is it after than it was before.
Well, I find really how you quantize nothingness, or almost nothingness, because you could also think about moving a piece of particle of sand or half of millimeter, that's also almost nothing.
Yeah, exactly.
But he did something that's much more, let's say, dynamic than that.
Yeah.
So you just look at the results, but not of the, like, I don't know, build up of the almost nothingness.
No, I mean, the small grain of sand would have been, I think, really interesting. But to move it half a millimeter, then if you move it any further, you have to do it again.
But that would also mean a great reduction of means also.
Yes.
And then you would really perceive it also. If you would move that grain of sand for half an hour, then you would really get your message would come across. Because actually a lot is happening here. I think everything which is nothing is quite something.
Yes.
That's mostly because of the movements and all the other things. So it turns into a
Yeah, I mean, the ones are not nothing, right? The ones are not nothing, they're one.
No, but they're clearly framed and composed.
They're clear framed and composed. They're still very, I mean, they're not maybe a lot, I mean, they are a lot, especially as you get closer to kind of less and less, they become
But
more.
I think her point is actually, it's important because it has to do with production and again it has to do with performance and planning. So how are you going to present this thing so that we really perceive nothing as nothing, which is very difficult to do.
I don't know if it's possible, actually. That's
suggested something.
Yeah, I suggested, but I'm not sure. It'd
be more interesting to think about how you can actually achieve a feeling of nothingness.
But then the question.
Achieve that, but almost nothing you can.
Yeah.
That's why I brought it up.
Sorry.
I think nothingness is a theological idea, and that's like it doesn't really work. But
the
almost
almost
nothing
nothing
is possible.
Yeah. I would say that the title nothing really got close to that. It's like we haven't talked about it.
Depends on the dynamic you are.
That's very conceptual.
And the question is whether you're trying to achieve it scientifically or whether you're going about it in a poetic way.
Conceptually, yeah, no, but I mean that's a question. But like if relying on, I would say it's hard to tell, but to do it scientifically, I would need a whole other set of equipment.
Yeah, but I mean the whole your rhetoric about.
And also scientifically, you kind of end up with a vacuum, but vacuum still has small explosions and so on. So like scientifically, there's better people like it.
For me, it's interesting that the way you talk about the piece is in a very scientific way, like you're cataloguing something. Yet the actual piece is completely poetic. Like all your decisions are based on the performance of it. You didn't have to dive if you could do it in a whole range of different ways that might achieve the same effect.
A lot of the final versions. Using colors and
I don't know if I missed something, but what did you want to achieve with the pieces of nothing?
Nothing.
That's what I mean. I mean, did you want to inflict us to experience nothing, or did you just want to present nothing and let us?
I wanted to present nothing or something that might be nothing, like for example, a piece, a concert situation, a duration of time for a piece, which is an empty piece. And that's where it relates. And that's where the piece of nothing kind of relates to nothing is a zero.
Yeah.
Which of course is kind of ends up being self-contradictory because all other things become part of the piece. You get into this conflict, especially when you do it over larger durations. And larger than 2 seconds or so. Experience nothing. I don't think I really was hoping to really experience nothing. That would have been amazing, but I don't think we're there yet.
Well, you have to die for that.
I think really a lot of it has to do with how you structure the whole thing and how you formalize it. Because I was just talking to Cornelius about his piece, where he found all this wonderful balance, 2, 4, 1. What happens if you change these proportions around, for example, 1, 2, 4, and the bit with the least amount of information is where you dwell the longest. You're going to perceive that as the emptiest probably. The same thing is here. I'm wondering whether you are not giving way too much information, like in dance, poetry, and music, and Cristiano, and. It turned into a wonderful circuit. But imagine, for example, that you just set out 10 scenarios going from 1 minute to 2 to 3 to 4 to 5 to 6, and all of them consisted with just drawing a line. Every one again you draw the line half as long as the one before until you can't move anymore. Right? And the last one lasts 30 minutes. Well, that one you will definitely perceive as completely nothing. So I'm just wondering if you're not doing too much.
No, I'm doing way too much. No,
it's a very eclectic nothing.
Yes, it's a very full nothing.
Nothing with lots of jump cuts.
Yeah, no, but most definitely, it's self-contradictory in this sense. It's a lot of almost nothingness.
Unless you frame it. So how you walk up to something, you introduce something and walk away. And the amount of time that you're then
you have to say that the walking up and how to introduce the post-presentation part of it is, I can't say I'm too happy with that. It's very clumsy.
But are you going to work on it, or are you rid of it now? Because you told us...
probably not completely over it.
Okay, so it stays and it gets worked on.
Yeah.
Okay, nice.
Next time.
Yeah, I'm hoping for it.
another version.
Next time,
Peter is a version. He's going.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, drawing the line half.
Yeah.
Say no. I can see it. You can do it.
I'm
I
curious.
think it kind of fits in my oeuvre.
Yeah. No, you should do it. It's beautiful.
You know that piece by Phil Niblock that they did half a year ago, where the table is filled. On the left you can see a big white screen, and you see all white colors of rice. And 1/3 of the table is filled with a huge mountain of rice. And the whole piece simply consists of seeing a big knife blade come on, and flicking one grain of rice to the right, out of the picture. So as long as that lasts until the whole table is empty, you get white moving into nothing. You've got this beautiful frame, and the piece lasts exactly as long as the process of moving into but I think the frame is what makes a lot of difference.
I mean, in both of these, it's the frame, but it's also of doing the clear process from, which is here not that clear, from something to that nothing. That's how you end up focusing. I mean, the two examples you've given me, that's how you end up focusing.
Yeah, you're very conscious of the fact that it's something.
And doing very smooth transition.
Yeah, so it's not nothing. It's a lot.
No, it's not that it's nothing. It's that maybe it's kind of almost nothing at the very end.
No, it's a concept of.
No, the whole transition. It's something less.
Yeah,
maybe
but that's not nothing. That's a concept.
No, Ivan,
That's a process.
Yeah, but you're more aware of it, I think.
The problem is that you're presenting two different things. One is nothingness in action, and the other one is nothingness in the result.
Because
In the result,
the making.
it's a lot of action, but there's no result.
Yeah,
That's those totally different things.
yeah, it's too maybe totally different. No, it is two different things. And I mean, I also showed that the one piece is these are all do one thing once rather than make one thing once, which was also possible. Plus, these are all about the nothing and the making. Yeah, these are different. That makes it much more surface level also.
clear.
Thank you.
Thank you.
There's another sculpture. This is a simple class. This is Svartefit Rebellion. This is Svartefit is taking over the powers again. It's €10.
And one more thing, but besides thank you all for being here, this was the research concert number 10. For whoever hasn't been here before, just want to make clear that this is an open laboratory platform that everybody is welcome to do whatever they want and present here. So if you keep coming here and don't present anything, you will keep seeing me and Ivan and Cornelius talking to you. If there are other people willing to be here instead of us, it would be great. So yeah, keep it in mind. For anything, as you can tell. Thank you. Anyone is very welcome. So talk with me, Ivan. And thanks also very much to Chris and to Anna for helping out so much. Chris, Anna, thank you.
Almost free.